New tonight, we're getting our first look at the home of suspected serial bomber Mark Condit. We know police have questioned and released both of Condit's roommates. Today, investigators have cleared out and are letting his neighbors return home for the first time in days.
CBS Austin's Courtney Schoeneman joins us live now. She spoke with neighbors tonight about what it feels like to come back. Courtney?
Yeah, well, some resemblance of normalcy finally returning to Pflugerville tonight. The barricade that was surrounding Austin bomber Mark Condit's home is finally gone, as are investigators who moved out of this area around 5 o'clock this afternoon. And tonight, neighbors tell us that they're finally getting a chance to process just what may have been going on behind closed doors here, just feet away from their own homes.
You have to believe that they were constructing explosive devices there, and that's pretty unsettling.
Mark Ressler met suspected Austin bomber Mark Condit and his father when they bought the house across the street a couple of years ago.
Over the course of that first year, I'd see them working evenings and weekends as they had money and time. They were they tore out everything, rebuilt it.
Ressler, a curious neighbor, would stop by when he saw Condit and his dad working on the house.
Neighbor would stop by and just visit and say hello and how's it going? I'm interested in what you guys are doing here, and we'd visit and they'd invite me in and show me around.
Ressler was familiar enough with the layout. He sketched out a floor plan for federal agents before they raided the home. Homemade explosives were found inside.
That is and continues to be just an unreal thing to think about.
Ressler says he's as surprised as anyone that the person responsible for terrorizing the city of Austin for 3 weeks was living right here the entire time.
I just know what I observed while he was here, and I saw nothing but a loving father and a respectful young son. So that's the family that I knew.
Now, Ressler told me today the last time he saw Condit was right here in front of the home about 2 weeks ago, but he said he seemed like Condit was in a rush and they didn't even make eye contact, which is really unlike all the other previous interactions the two had. And you have to think about, during that time, we were in the thick of the investigation and we didn't know who the bomber was at that point. So pretty eerie to think about what he was doing at that time when his neighbor saw him here. Back to you guys in the studio. We're live in Pflugerville.